Emerald.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. Thank you for joining us on Quick Mix.
Thanks for having me.
We've been meaning to ask you for a while, what's the weirdest request you've ever had from a fan?
I have had photo requests for pictures of my feet before.
That's very weird.
It's very strange.
I don't think we're going to go there. What have you read about yourself that made you laugh?
People love to bring up the fact that I used to be a professional hula hoop dancer a lot, but I'm not mad at that.
Do you have any irrational fears?
I don't like things with their skeletons on the outsides, like beetles.
What's your guilty pleasure?
Justin Bieber.
Underrated. Very good. What's the first album you ever bought?
Spice World.
A good album. Has anyone ever left you feeling starstruck?
Yes, I once interviewed the internet and I was so starstruck that I still can't listen to that interview back because of how nervous I was.
Can you complete the sentence? At heart, I'm really just a...
Lanky, clumsy idiot.
Can you tell us the next lyric in this song? It was all a dream, I used...
To read Word Up magazine, salt and pepper and heavy D up in the limousine.
Okay, now you're just showing off. What other topic other than music could you talk about for hours?
Animals and babies.
How do you prepare your tea?
Oat milk, half a teaspoon of honey, leave the tea bag in.
Very nice. What's the best blag you've ever heard to get into a club?
A good one is just having your headphones around your neck and going DJing. They never question it. Never.
Maybe we'll have to try that. Can you recommend us a book?
Kite Runner by Carlo Tassini, my favourite book in the world.
Can you recommend us a film?
Boy by Taika Waititi.
Who would you choose to play you in a film?
Zendaya.
What was your favourite film growing up?
Wayne's World.
What 3 words sum up your night afters with Emeralds?
Do whatever you want.
I'm going to let that pass. What was the biggest challenge taking it into a nightclub and promoting it?
Trying to book a lineup, people not getting back to you on time. If there's one thing I've learned, it's get back to somebody on time who's trying to book you, because being the other way around is very frustrating.
What's the process of putting together a night?
There's so much to it that I didn't even know, and I kind of don't know what I got myself into.
What's your current DJ setup?
I've got 2 1210s, I've got 2 CDJ 1000s, I've got a DJM 750, which is all I could afford at the time when I bought it secondhand. Got a microphone, a couple monitors, that's about it.
What does a typical Emerald transition sound like?
It's different every time, but recently it's been getting longer. Maybe that's something to do with lockdown.
What do you do if you're not feeling the energy in the club?
Drink.
Do you find compared to vinyl, CDJs make it too easy?
They definitely make it easier, but I wouldn't say too easy.
So how do you push yourself as a DJ?
Try something experimental.
Do you go into a different place mentally when mixing different styles?
Definitely.
What makes the perfect mix for you?
I don't know.
That's a difficult
That's
question.
a really difficult one.
Let's try and bring it something easier. How do you use EQ in your mixes?
Just really by ear. You just got to be super, super alert and acutely listening.
How do you use effects when you're mixing?
I tend to only either use reverb or echo, at the moment anyway.
What's the right way to do a DJ handover?
Make sure everything's back at 12 o'clock in its neutral position. Take your headphones out and be ready to take your USB out. Be polite.
Doesn't always happen that way though.
It definitely doesn't. It depends on how inebriated the person was before you.
So the wrong way you've already answered, so I won't even ask that. What do you play when you have to get the crowd moving?
Breaks.
Any tune in particular?
Not particularly, different every time.
What's your post-night out breakfast?
A full English breakfast.
What made you decide you were ready to become a DJ?
I don't know. I think I just always wanted to. It wasn't like an overnight thing. It was a gradual thing.
You talked somewhere about the confidence to become a DJ. Was there a specific moment where you decided, hey, I can now become a DJ?
It was when I was at Rinse FM and I had that environment around me and I was really immersed in it.
What's the pros and cons of being a Rinse FM presenter?
It's all pros.
What about the graveyard shift? Surely that's quite difficult.
The what, sorry?
The graveyard shift.
The graveyard shift kind of sucks. It means you're very tired at around 4 p.m. every day.
Does being a presenter help with being a DJ?
Definitely, the two go hand in hand.
What's something about radio people misunderstand?
That it's easy.
Radio's become far more visual in the last 20 years or so. Where's that going to take us?
On a really amazing journey, I think. I think the visual thing has really opened up a new dimension that I love.
You currently don't produce. You presumably probably could produce if you applied yourself. Is it something you wanted to do?
Yes.
Are there any producers you aspire, particularly like their sound?
Yeah, there's a lot. It's just somewhere that I'm not that confident in, so it will be a while.
Can you give us 3 artists to look out for that you've found in part of your music digging?
Kessler, Client 03, and Ans.
Do they all have music coming out soon?
Yes.
Look forward to it.
Some of them have music out already. Actually, all of them do.
What's a post-COVID Emerald career going to look like?
It's going to be bloody fantastic.
And
I'm manifesting that.
And the last question I'm going to have for you today, how would you want to be remembered?
For being the tallest person you've ever met.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.